When I was an undergraduate physics student, I took a course on climate physics. It was fascinating, and it inspired me to pursue a PhD in this field. I began to see that the Earth's climate system is absolutely amazing, a wonderful system with many different components, including ocean currents that carry heat away from the equator, clouds that provide rainfall, enabling plants to grow, ice that reflects sunlight back to space, cooling the Earth, and the air we breathe, including carbon dioxide, a useful gas that warms the Earth naturally. If it was not for the natural greenhouse effect, the Earth would be so cold that even Singapore would be buried under a layer of ice. These different components interact with one another in complex ways, producing the global climate that has enabled humanity and other life on Earth to flourish. The Earth's climate system is amazing. It is wonderful. I would even go so far as to say that the Earth's climate system is beautiful. Someone might argue that my experience of beauty is purely subjective. But what if our shared experience of beauty is actually a signpost? A signpost that points beyond itself to something greater. What if the Earth's beauty is only a reflection of the source of beauty? A beautiful work of art is a creative expression of a talented artist. May not the beautiful world in which we live be an artistic expression of the most talented artist of all? Christianity would answer with a resounding yes. I believe that God is love. The one God has always existed as a beautiful, loving community, with love being shared between God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. As an artistic overflow of His love, God created the universe, including the Earth's beautiful climate system. God created us humans with a special beauty and a special duty. We have been created to be God's representatives who care for the earth as a sacred duty. We have been created for relationship, harmonious relationship with the earth, relationship with one another, and relationship with God. This is the way that things should be. A world of harmonious, loving relationships. A beautiful world. But so often, this is not the way that things are. Sadly, we have been damaging the Earth's climate system. Natural levels of carbon dioxide are a very good thing. The problem is that we have been emitting far, far too much. And as the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide has been increasing, the world has been warming as a result. And as the world warms, the Earth's climate system is becoming increasingly dysfunctional. The sad reality is that climate change will be devastating for many poorer and vulnerable communities. Heat stress will make many cities uninhabitable for those who cannot afford air conditioning. In low-lying coastal regions, Sea level rise will destroy the homes and livelihoods of millions of people. In other places, drought will become more common, causing famine, trapping farming communities deeper in poverty. And by impacting food and water supplies, climate change may even increase the risk of political instability and armed conflict. People are already dying because of climate change. If we care about poverty, we cannot ignore climate change. Climate change is very much a social justice issue. Climate change is a symptom of our greed, of our brokenness. Climate change is a symptom of broken relationships. According to the Bible, we humans have rebelled against God, and this led to a breakdown of relationships. Our relationship with God broke down. Our relationships with one another broke down. And our relationship with the earth broke down. The world is still beautiful, but we have damaged it, causing great pain. What hope do we have? Is there any hope for the climate? If climate change is caused by our selfishness, then we need a solution to human selfishness. If climate change is a symptom of broken relationships, then those broken relationships need to be healed. I believe that Jesus Christ is the ultimate hope for the climate. In Jesus, God chose to be born into his damaged creation, showing that he cares deeply for the world. Jesus was willing to be broken on the cross in order to heal our brokenness. Jesus rose from the dead, showing that he has overcome the forces of death and destruction. And one day Jesus will return to restore everything to the way it should be. God will make everything new. The harmonious relationships will be fully healed. And with resurrected bodies in a renewed creation, we will once again live in loving, harmonious relationship with one another, with God, and with the earth. Once again, everything will be beautiful. Until that day comes, Jesus invites us to live with hope in the present. He calls us to love God and to love one another. And this involves caring for the earth, our shared home. And each of us can start doing this today. One way that we can care for the earth and for other people is by reducing how much we consume. God has blessed us abundantly with many wonderful gifts that we should receive with thanksgiving. But just because I have the means to do something does not imply that I should do that thing. Our actions have consequences. Each of us can think carefully about our lifestyle choices, seeking to reduce our carbon footprint. Do I really need to buy so much stuff? Can I reduce my consumption of meat, especially beef, which has a large environmental impact? Can I take public transport where possible? Every single day, you and I have been given the opportunity to make meaningful decisions. Will we choose to live lives of thanksgiving, of hope, and of love, following Jesus Christ, the one who truly is beautiful.